should be good. And the racers are off right now. Good luck to both racers. Oh, my timer didn't go off. Thanks. Alright, so Suzu, if you haven't already played Suzu, it's very exciting. She has the Lance of Courage, which whenever you manage to kill an enemy with the Lance, you do a very, very fast slide all the way to the other end, where you're either stopped by a wall or a enemy that could block it, like a shield or such. So it makes for some very, very fun strats. Unfortunately, we're locked to the Lance, and it's only a 1 damage weapon, so damage ups are very critical on Suzu. The damage problem being immediately solved by Kurosh finding the ears, the spike muffins inside the blood shop immediately. So we're already up to a 3 damage start, which is really great because we want to be able to get those lunges executed immediately. And it's not only just about killing enemies and executing the lunges, you also need to be careful that those lunges don't take you somewhere you don't want to go, such as the other end of the map. So racers have to be extremely careful to control their attacks and make sure they're bonking the least amount possible. Or at least in the directions they want to go. So Kurosh already having a nice solid 1-floor lead. Tough having to reset to get the stuff in the blood shop. We've got a blast helm. We're probably not going to hold on to it. We probably want the damage. But the extra 3 bombs are useful in case we need to just do some cleanup and we don't want to go sliding everywhere. So Kurosh already the first one down to death metal here. We might be able to see some kind of setup here. Having a little trouble getting this set up, but manages to get death metal. Tough bouncing back into the food shop. Gonna be skipping out on, unfortunately. Since we have the Lance of Courage and we don't get any other weapons on Suzu, the black chest is usually going to be the plate armor, which Kurosh gets, so it's nice to have that additional safety. So both players having a very nice build. Tough having a little bit more protection with that wooden shield. Gonna be able to block 1 facing hit, which is really good for Suzu. But otherwise, it's playing pretty identical, both keeping it very close. Oh, Kurosh having a little bit of a misline up right here, trying to get this Minotaur, so that's going to give Tough a chance to catch up right here. Having a little bit of trouble lining it up, but manages to get down, so they're about even going to the Coral Rift. Are we going to see anybody do the Suzu strat? Looks like Tough's going to try and line up the Suzu strat right here. Kurosh is just going to wait this out. And Tough does get the fast strat, saving quite a bit of time over Kurosh here. Probably going to check purple real quick, see if we can get a useful spell or a ring. And unfortunately, it's the Ring of Charisma, not what we're looking for. Kurosh is also going to take that exact same ring. Not enough time to screen watch it. Oh, we've got a Reflective Shield immediately in this black chest. Reflective Shield blocking 1 attack, being a new item in the DLC. And whatever hits you, the damage gets reflected right back at them, which is very handy for those really annoying mini-bosses that like to just step on you. So we do have the Torch of Walls on Tough's side. Makes great mapping. Gonna be able to clear out this Zone 3 area real quick. But Kurosh finding quite a bit of stuff in this 3-2 shop. We've got a Ring of Mana and a freeze spell. This could really turn the tide. Ring of Mana with freeze is extremely strong. So both racers on the same floor again. Kurosh is going to be able to map off of Tough. Actually, Kurosh has the Torch of Walls as well, so no problem there. Kurosh just going for the trapdoor. Tough getting into Fortissimo 3. Uses the Blood Drum to get the kill. I like that. Don't have to worry about anything else. Finding some Earth Tomes. I think you keep those over the Blood Drum. Tough agrees. The Blood Drum is just really difficult to make use of, and Tough doesn't have the damage anymore. He doesn't have the ear muffins, so having a backup with the Earth is a good strat. Alright, Kurosh took a hit right there. I used the free spell to get through, but down to 1 heart. It's looking a little bit scary. Now, the worst part about Suzu is probably the Blade Masters in Zone 4, because the dash does not go right through him. It does normal weapon damage, and unfortunately, that does trigger the parry. So you're going to have to either dance around them or find something like piercing to be able to deal with them. Kurosh in a kind of a sticky situation, though, only down to half a heart. Not going to bomb open that gargoyle. Thankfully has the courage to traverse over that spike trap, but this is looking a little scary. Nice bomb to take out the ogre there, but Tough just keeping that lead. 1 floor difference right now. It can go either way, though. It's very easy to get caught on goo. Oh, and Kurosh goes down to a harpy. Oh, it's just very easy to just get so screwed in Zone 4 with Suzu, because you can end up in some really bad situations with the goo. Oh, and Tuff getting bailed by Ham. So Tuff's going to be able to just take some time. Getting a Ring of Might. Gonna actually transmute that a little bit more. Finding the becoming. We actually have enough. We can get the Ring of Wonder right here. I think it's the first time I've actually seen a Ring of Wonder build on Suzu. So that's pretty amusing. So Tuff's gonna have no problem cleaning the rest of this out. And unfortunately, Kurash trying to make their way back. It looks like Kurash is just gonna throw in the towel right here. Oh nope, still going. I stand corrected. But Tuff really doesn't have any real issues. Like Zone 5 is pretty standard. You can dash right into the exit rooms. You can still get use of the electric wire as needed. So not going to be too much of an issue here. The only real worry is accidentally zipping back and forth in the hallways, but that's not going to be an issue with Tuff's build. We can just kind of just push right into the exit room. So into Deep Loose 5, pretty much an instant win for Suzu. You just kill that front pawn and you're done. And that Tuff takes game 1 right there with a 603 RTA in the race room. So GG Tuff to winning race 1. Yeah, real props to Tuff for really pushing ahead, especially since he had to have that early reset to get the blood shop. Both racers talking a little bit about that first race. The Twitch lag was not so good on Kurash's side. And when it comes to screen watching is definitely its own kind of skill when it comes to CoNDOR. Being able to not only play your game well, but keep track of your opponent enough to where you can get the important bits of info, that's a tough skill to master, especially when you have two really fantastic races like this that just kind of fly through everything. So we're off to race number 2 right here. Good luck to both racers. We'll see if Kurash can tie it or if Tuff will extend that lead. And just a reminder that all of our CoNDOR matches are not best of 3s, but always three race matches to where you can build up as many points as you can get. So every point matters here. Tuff finding an early trap door. Pausing for just a second here. I'm not sure what happened on Tuff's side. Oh, we've got different seeds. It looks like we're going to have to probably cancel this race out. So both of them catching that right there. So we'll probably get somebody to reset the seed. Oh, yep, that seed is a little off. So we'll see if they're just going to re-race it. Yep, we're going to cancel that one. We're going to get a new seed. I think it is really nice to have the symbols up top, because that does kind of help verify that both racers are on the seed. And I didn't catch that because I wasn't paying attention. But looks like we've got the correct seed this time. So racers counting down again. That just means you just got to listen to 1112 for an extra minute. And who doesn't like that? Alright, off to the races we go again. We've got an early bomb pack, which is nice. Suzu doesn't need too many bombs since we don't have any story bosses. But it's good for early on, especially if we're going to be robbing shops, because you're not really going to buy too much stuff. But you will definitely try and steal things as needed. Hey, what's up, Chef? Oh, we've got another free spell right here. Kurash. I think Kurash, the free spell felt bad for Kurash. So it's just like, here, have me again. So making very quick work of that 1-2 right there. And just jumping right into Deep Blues. Deep Blues 1 I think is the funniest because you don't even need any extra equipment to guarantee the kill here. So Kurash getting a very fast kill. Tuff taking a little bit of time to set up this dragon kill on 1-3. Unfortunately, we've only got glass armor in the 1-4 chest. So Tuff may choose to go for something else. See if he can get a useful ring or another spell. And it's a Ring of Peace in the purple for 1-4. That's huge. That's definitely a lot better than the glass armor right there. Also, never the food shop in this tier 3 cracked wall. finding the Shriner right here. Looks like Kurosh is going to go ahead and take the Darkness. Tuff's not going to be able to take the Darkness without losing the Peace Ring, so I'm not sure if he's going to want to do that. But he does find some damage with the sunglasses and the torch, so it looks like he's going to skip out on the Darkness Shrine because he's got enough mapping. And finding a Titanium Shield right there, too. Kurosh able to just steal from the shop, take those sunglasses for the +1. So really, really nice builds so far coming together, but both players do not have real armor, so things can go south real quick as Tuff is already down to a heart and a half. Oh, and Kurosh finding some chicken that Tuff missed, so that's definitely going to help with the safety department here. We're going to see what chest we get right here. Nice use of the freeze to keep Conga in place after digging him out with the courage lunge. And we've got heavy glass. We're getting all the glass in the boss chests. Oh. Well, if you're going to have glass, heavy glass is really good because that's 3 free hits. So that's a guaranteed 3 free hits. It's all good. Oh, we've even got some magic cheese right here in 3-1 for Tuff. Kurosh might be able to get some gluttony off of that, but Tuff's going to be able to just heal up. Having a little bit of trouble getting to this exit room, though. Just zipping back and forth on the enemies. This is the tough part of controlling the dash. If enemies are in the way, you just go zipping past where you want to go. So both racers on the same floor. Tuff mismapping this, unfortunately, it looks like. Finding the cracked wall, but probably not going to take it. Takes the teleport trap, which does help a little bit. But Kurosh is already on to 3-4, looking like it's Fortissimo 3 coming up. And I'm not really sure about fast strats with this one, because it's very difficult with the beetles in the way, since they can block you. Oh, using the freeze to line that up. Good job on Kurosh's part. Probably going to check black for armor. We finally find the actual plate armor, so Kurosh is in a pretty good situation here. Tuff does have the extra health, though. Does have all hits on his heavy glass, so he's looking pretty good in the durability department here. Skipping out on that purple. Kurosh making their way to the exit rail real quick. Oh, we've got some invisible bounce traps on Kurosh's side. The darkness making it difficult to see the traps, and unfortunately those bounce traps will send you as far as you can go if you bounce off of them. So it's a little bit scary there. Kurosh just chipping away their health, unfortunately. Oh, and jumping right into a Golem. Oh, it's just not having... That's what's really scary about darkness, is you're not going to be able to see those kinds of enemies until you're right next to them on Suzu. Rough break. And Tuff finding some grenades immediately. Going to be useful if he just wants to just bomb out enemies instead of needing to dash across at them. Very good for this fight too. Well, we've got the free spell, so it's okay. But Tuff in a very good spot to be able to just cruise through Zone 5 here. The Peace Ring, although it reduces less enemies now than it did before, is still very good. Just getting rid of a bunch of enemies per floor. And also downgrading all the mini-bosses down to their weakest variants, so we're not going to get any like Ice Dragons or anything like Super Scary or Fire Dragons. Finally getting used to that Titanium Shield, too. Alright, and into Death Metal 5 right here. Nice, quick freeze kill, and Tuff takes game 2. GG. That is quite fast. 452 RTA. Like, that's like a minute ahead of my PB. That is very fast. Yeah, both racers making a good push. Kurosh just unfortunately getting the short end of the stick in Zone 4 there. Just ended up right next to a whole bunch of tough enemies and just not having the time to react. It's very difficult to just manage enemies in Zone 4 with darkness when you have Suzu. Yeah, you look away and this race is just pretty much over. We're already down to race 3. It's been a very quick set. The really fun thing about Zone 1 with Suzu is that you can use the enemies that are often in your way to just really speed up going through the hallways. It makes it a lot less tedious. Like, we can just line the skeleton up, make it so much better. So, Tuff with an early lead here. Gonna check the shop. Not really anything useful to try and steal. You get hit so often on Suzu that Glass Torch is a questionable take for some of it. Oh, finding a potion room, though. Managing to just bop themselves right in. And it looks like we're just gonna might get this barrel here before we leave. Oh, we might have something in this this room. We've got an early plate armor. We got an early Squego suit in the 1-2 hidden chest. So very nice find for both racers, and some cookies in the inside the barrel. So both racers in a very healthy situation here with so much durability. Oh, finding a shield of strength in the black chest too. That's +1 damage right there as long as we don't break that shield. I do appreciate how the shield was described to me. Just think of it as the strength charm of glass. Because you really, really don't want to break it. Like, if you block the hit, the damage blocked might be worth it, but usually losing the +1's not. But Tuff having a very fast kill right there. Getting a transmute out of the purple. Crush might skip out on that. Transmute's not really useful on Suzu most of the time. We've got a transmog. There's actually a piercing ring there. Oh, not a transmog. That's a conjure. The best shield is the worst as a shield, yes. But this is going to help a lot because this will just decimate Blade Masters and shielded skeletons. So this ends up being... This build's absolutely ridiculous at this point. Nice move for Tuff using the ghost to be able to just plow right through the trap room. Crush just taking the safe way. Finding a Frost Charm for their troubles, which isn't a bad find at all. Getting just the extra freeze is really nice. Alright, both players down to Coral Riff at roughly the same time here. Let's see, it looks like Tuff's going to do the same strat. Crush doesn't seem to know the normal strat. Going to go and just burn that freeze charm for a fast kill. Tuff, it looks like, going to have to burn a bomb. It gets hit by Coral Riff, so we're not going to have Flawless. Crush is going to go ahead and take those freeze tomes, which is great. Just burn the rest of the cookies. So both players' builds are still fairly even. We've got a transmog. Tuff getting a Torch of Strength. Really great find out of that transmog there. And it looks like Crush is going to miss out on that. That could be costly if the shield gets broken. Because you really want the damage. Tuff definitely needed the damage because Tuff does not have the shield anymore. So staying at 2 damage is good enough. Crush is going to have to be very careful to not break the shield. Finding some shield tomes. I think we're going to take those over the freeze. Definitely a good find overall because that'll help protect the shield, ironically. Very nice getting out of that. We had a very fast deep lose right there. Tuff just skipping out, just going to push. That build, I think, is good enough to just push here. And Crush is going to do the same to try and keep pace right here. Thankfully, no darkness shenanigans this time for either player. Oh, very nice using the Blade Master to be able to just pair right off of it. Since we have the piercing ring, we can just dash right off the Blade Masters. Oh, nice use of the scroll right there to activate the Fire Shrine. I did not see what Tuff picked up though. Was it the Blast Helm? I think it was the Blast Helm he took. Oh, we've got a shield spell as well. That Blast Helm paying off extra, being able to just bomb straight into the rat trap right there. Huge find for Tuff. Crush is definitely still ahead, but doesn't have the shield tomes anymore, so this could end up being an issue later. Oh, losing the shield, the strength shield, and bouncing all over, trying to get into this exit here. Crush maintaining just a slight lead, but it's looking really rough with this build. Really nice conga fight right there, though. Had a very fast kill there. Tuff's going to do roughly the same, it looks like. Oh, but Crush gets bailed by yet another free spell. That's 3 for 3 in this match. Oh, and even finds the Blast Helm inside the 5-1 shop, but it even finds a Peace Ring. I don't know. I don't think you take Peace in this case. I think having the piercing is good for the Orcs and the Devils. But Tuff pulling ahead right here. We're about a floor ahead. Crush having a little trouble with his exit room and down to half a heart. Really, really rough right here. Tuff's already on 5-3. Getting beat up a little bit, though. Really needs to jam on those shield tomes or that spell. Oh, but Crush goes down to an Orc. It's just as Tuff goes down to Fortissimo 5. Oh, rough. And Tuff's going to be able to clean up using the shield. Oh, down to half a heart! Oh, that was very scary. I was really concerned Tuff was going to bite the dust right at the end. But Tuff takes game 3 right there for the 3-0 sweep on Kurash. So GG's. What a race. Just very excited. Yeah, Kurash being like, yeah, how do you play this character? Nobody knows how to play this character yet. We just flail and pray for the best. So GG's to Tuff for the 3-0 sweep, but GG's also to Kurash for a great match. It's not easy playing this character with how fast she goes. Oh, so I will see real quick if there is another race around somewhere. And if there is, we can catch them there. If not, I will send y'all off to someone else.